Alrighty, guys, welcome back to this week's budget review. First things first, if you're wondering what planner I'm using for my budget planner, it is the Hemlock and Oak 2024 Daily Planner. If you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend to check out all of their planners. They do have free downloads, since this is a budget video, we're all trying to save some funds. Spend wisely. So they do have free printables in that, but it's just, guys, their planner so gorgeous. I just have to have it, and it is one of those things that just keeps me coming back and trying to pay off my debts. So let's see here. The first page layout they give you is this year at a glance. I use this as a financial dashboard. It's just a quick way of letting me see that everything that's happening for the year. I can just quickly see what's going on, what's happened, what's coming up. Just quick examples is all of the pay periods, they're in green, birthdays and holidays, celebrations, things like that, they're in purple. Amounts of money in and out, so I have insurance funds that appear every 6 months, those are in yellow. When I paid my taxes is in this beautiful green. And of course the car expenses. So I have car inspection and registration of plates coming up. Last year I had the driver's license renewal. So again, this is just a nice quick way of me getting to see, what's coming up in the months, what do I need to save for, that type of thing. And the other important thing that I keep track on this page would be if I get to pay off one of my focus accounts. Again, I'm on a debt payoff journey. So we can see I got to pay my first account off in February, and we've finally done it. We paid off the Chase account in July. Finally. So it's turning around, guys. It's turning around. So another thing that I added in here would be my holiday plans. It's just a quick way of me getting to estimate how much I need to save per holiday for the upcoming year, because I mean, guys, I really have no idea what I spend for each of these. So this is just to give me a quick little estimate so I can start planning ahead. This is also one of my other favorite layouts here. Last year's edition did come with the 2 years at a glance page. They removed it for this edition, and the reason why I love this page so much is it lets me take my projective payoff dates. So like, these are the accounts, and this is when I'm projected to have it paid off, as long as I stuck with the let me get it here. I got notes and papers everywhere, guys. Desk is a mess, but at the beginning of each year I do use this debit. It's debit.com for the debt payoff planner app. I do have a link in the description down below, but I take all of my accounts. It gives you like a nice little payoff plan, I guess. I don't know. But basically, like, you just punch in everything, give it all of your information, and it gives you a quick little payoff plan. And like I said, as long as you stick with it, this is your projected payoff dates. Now, we did get a little off track. So we can see, like, I was supposed to have Chase paid off last month. I'm supposed to have PayPal buyer credit paid off at the end of this month. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it is going to take both of these months combined. So I was even just giving myself grace. I'm feeling right about here. I'm feeling mid-October is probably when I could have that thing paid off. Now, granted, it's showing that Merrick's supposed to be paid off, but I was able to get a 0% offer where I was able to put both of these accounts on. And I'm thinking from the way I understood it, is I still have 4 months of a chance to transfer on this card. So I'm thinking if I can just even get both of these paid off by the end of the year, because they are on that card together, then this one should be a lower amount. That one I'm not really concerned about because he's only 3%. But I'm really thinking that like I can at least get this one back on a 0%, or maybe one of these other ones, because these are 4,000 right here. So maybe I could even put one of these on there, just to save myself on interest for the upcoming year. Because I mean, guys, there's really no way that I could have all of these paid off by the end of this year. So that's just me trying to plan ahead here. And I do highlight each week that I am paying on for the accounts, just so that I could get a general idea of how long it takes me to pay these things off. Really, it shouldn't have taken me 23 weeks, but if you've seen my previous reviews, I pretty much went downhill. I'm gonna say March, April, and May, especially June. But like I said, we're coming back out of that, and things are looking great right now. Another thing, which I was actually really excited about this, I added the Hungry Hungry Piggos page. Again, these are from debtfreecharts.com. I highly recommend checking out Heidi's site. She makes wonderful, wonderful little coloring sheets to add to your budget planners. And most of the time she has them on sale. I mean, they're not like really expensive. They're like $1. So that, to me, that's worth it. I could give up $1 to print something out as much as I want. But I finally got to use the Piggos, guys. It turns out that I had the money all along. I don't know. It was like, in a weird way, I was hoarding it because I was afraid that I didn't have money. And then at the same time, like, I was spending it on stuff that I didn't need. Granted, there are needs and wants on here, but like, I was spending it on weird stuff that I guess I wanted at the moment, but I didn't really want. So, that's another thing, is I have added the whole YNAB app. Let me make sure that this is in frame here. I like to get comfortable whenever I do this, so I'm always sitting in a chair. But yeah, no, I added the whole YNAB app to my whole budgeting system, and we can see, like, I can't remember if this was last week or this week, but I went ahead and just paid off my whole tanning package, so that's right there. So we can see that that one got used. What else do we have in here? Hobbies and fun. I even got some money put back for a new car, guys. Granted, it's only $166, but again, if you have seen my previous reviews, we were just hitting rock bottom like every week. So, like I said, things are looking good. Here they are. Okay, so the activated U pills, those are, they're pills that I take for my thyroid. They do actually help, because I can't take the actual thyroid medication. I'm allergic to it, yay me. So these I consider a need. They do keep me going. They keep me from being a grumpy bear is what they do. So they're $200 for every 6 months. And one of the reasons why I keep collecting on the credit card debt, which is like what I try to tell myself every week, you can't pay off credit card debt if you keep acquiring credit card debt. And every 6 months, of course, I don't have $200. I never put it back. And this time around, I already got $100. I am going to need these soon. So that's I really don't need, like, it's not going to hurt me if I don't have this 166. So technically I do have the 200. I don't know. I'm getting a kick out of seeing this, because again, if you would have asked me like even 4 weeks ago if I could have did this, I would have told you no. So technically I do have it. I think I'm going to wait it out a little bit for this next week, just coming up, just to see how the bills and stuff go. So I have that. I pretty much have all my Vita Authority money's put back. I still want, like, I don't know. I mean, technically, I have enough for another shipment because I have points too. Um, but I just feel like I would want just a little bit more, just to know. But again, I have those extra funds that I know I'm not going to be spending. Um, let's see here. What else? I mean, I technically already used my hair and brows money. That was the first week of June. Um, so yeah, no, I mean, like I'm actually using the Picos page. It's just I didn't know that I had the funds for this stuff. I don't know. I mean, it had to have been. It was just a mess, guys. Like this has actually helped me organize everything. And again, like we can see, like I love coloring stuff in and that. And there is just something about this where with the yellow line, granted, nobody wants to see the red lines. As we could see, nothing's in red, so that's good. But anything that you see on green here, it's saying that I have that in my bank account right now. If I wanted, let's say, I mean, granted, okay, I'm sorry, but if I found a car for $166 right now, I mean, I would take it. I don't care if the thing runs, I would still pay $166 for it. Just because I know I could fix it and make it run. But you know, if I found a car for $160, I could say, yeah, you got it, and I could buy it. Yeah, I'm even saving for the auto registration and next year's taxes. So, and if you remember, I also paid off Chase too. So, like I said, I mean, we're killing it. I mean, we're doing good. A huge difference. This is a huge difference from even 4 weeks ago. So I'm sold. I did put back the 100 because it is a $100 annual fee to use the YNAB app. I believe it's a yearly fee. It has to be a yearly fee, but yeah, it's worth it to me. This has actually helped. It is the best buddy system for a paper budget planner here. So getting on to Detris here, you can see that we got a lot of red blocks. Red blocks are what we did in July, and granted, it's not as much as what I was paying back in January and February, but again, I'm giving myself grace just because I'm pulling myself out of like a really tough spot. Like these months right here, March, April, May, and June, those were not nice months. But like I said, things are finally moving along the way they're supposed to. So that's it for Tetris there. And like I said, I cannot wait to start filling in blocks for August. Okay, getting back to this, and I don't think that I filled in the blocks for these guys. I did not. And to the best of my knowledge, I did not. I shouldn't have, and it does feel really weird. Okay, I'm still waiting for them to let me put that in, and yeah, that is a note card stay too. So, I mean, we can see there's a big difference from when I started using the YNAB app versus when I wasn't. Now, granted, this is like I started using it, and again, like I said, I was getting back on my feet there, but like this is June, that's May. As we can see, April was really not the best of months. So, yeah, that's a huge difference from relying on the credit cards to make ends meet. And the funny thing is I'm making the same amount of money. I have the same amount of bills. The thing that this is doing for me is it's stopping me from overspending. I'm no longer going on for the sales and saying, "Oh man, I gotta have that," and I'm not gonna wait, and I'm not gonna save for it. Where this kind of makes the whole saving process fun. Like I'm really excited. Remember, I have that auto registration due in December. I'm excited that I got $8.34 saved up for it. Okay, like I've never been excited for saving for an auto registration. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this app does for me, but again, it has something to do with seeing like, hey, you got the green bar. Green is good. So, yeah, that's my monthly layout. Again, I just do this so that I can get a quick visual of when all my monthly bills are due. So I know, that I'm not gonna miss them, I'm not gonna skip them. It's also a nice way of getting the track to see if your bills are increasing or decreasing. Which again, I keep forgetting about this. My car insurance has been steadily going up. It's 71 right now, where it was 61 back in March. And let's see here. 57 in January. So we could even see just halfway through the year, it's 57, 71. So that's 10, 11. So that's about a $14 difference. And I mean, that racks up every month. So, as what we learned about the whole Canva app thing, again, you don't have to do the monthly fee. I wish I would have known that at the beginning of this year. I wouldn't have been dishing out $13, $15 every month. I just needed to spend $1 once. So, yeah, I do need to look into that, see if I could get that lowered. Let's see here. Anything else? We can see, because I was doing the $50 a week, and like I said, with me just starting out with this whole YNAB thing, I was curious to see if I had enough to even fund what I was paying out per month, because at first I was thinking like maybe I'm putting too much towards my debts and that's why I'm struggling. And of course it was the answer that I didn't want to hear, and it's no, the reason why I was struggling was because I was spending 400 some dollars on candles every month. And you would think by writing it out that I would know, but it's it didn't, guys. I knew it, but at the same time, yeah, here we go. It was only 15 days in, and I already spent 162 on candles, and I know that we just passed another purchase in here, so I was really emotionally spending, which I know I'm an emotional spender, but that just like this really just proved it to me. And I mean, we can see that I did spend some on candles, but it's not what it appears. It's actually a past purchase that I went ahead and tried to pay off. Because now I gotta pay for those things that I did go on a spending spree for. So, but again, it's really nice because this is helping me not only pay for things that I need to pay now, it's helping me save for things that are coming up. As we can see, like this isn't due until August. That's not due until December. Taxes and that, they're not due until next March. So I'm putting money ahead for things that I know are coming up. But at the same time, it's letting me see that I have funds for, past mistakes, things that I shouldn't have spent on. So, the last time that I recorded here, I would have got the gym fees, which I mean it does actually kind of crack me up because, guys, I haven't went to the gym. I have not went to the gym really since like the first week of summer, but I know I'll start going back once we go back into the fall of the school year. But at the same time, it's like, well, that's $75 that you just blew. But I do not have the energy. Not with the summer shifts. I don't have it. And to me, it's just, I don't know if there's a fee if you freeze the account or not. So I'm just going with it. Never know. I might wake up one day all bouncy and energized and say I'm going to the gym. But right now, I'm working out at home. Should probably just continue to work out at home. But yeah, so last Sunday I was telling myself, wait it out. Again, I was telling myself, don't put any extra towards the Chase account because, like I just really needed to see, because I had a pay period coming up for this Friday. So to me, I just wanted to see once I got paid, how far can that paycheck take me? Do I have enough funds for the things that I need? Do I have enough funds put back for the things that I may want? Um, that type of thing. So again, it's at the time I didn't make any focus payments for weeks, but I just want to make sure that one, this app does what it says it does, and two, that I wasn't overpaying all my debts. And the main question was, is am I paying more than I can afford each month? Which I want to say it was the beginning of last year I did. I got a little too ballsy. I want to say it was March. March, April, May seemed to be my worst months. I don't know what happens. I go in like kicking it in January and February, and then I don't know. I get a little too cocky or something, and I tried dishing out over 100 a week, and of course, it resulted in me needing credit cards. So, um, yeah, it's one thing to pay off the debts, but if you're accumulating debt at the same time, it's not doing what you needed to do. So that moves us into Monday. I'm stating 4 more days. Um, Typically, the week before payday has always been stressful. Um, I've always had low funds in the account, and it's funny because, yeah, 182 is not a lot, but I didn't get the anxiety that I normally do because with the YNAB app, I know exactly what I have in the account and I know how much I have for each spending category. So it kind of eliminates the whole worrying of, oh man, I only got 180. Do I have enough for this? Do I have enough for that? It's already in here. So I can quickly just glance at this and say, yeah, dude, you're cool. You all of the bills are paid. They're taken care of. I have funds set aside. That one still needs. I'm still waiting for it to clear on the account so I can pay the stupid thing. And like I already have the cash in my account to make the payment on this when it lets me. Apparently, like it only allows you to make a payment each day. There's one per day, but that's fine because normally I'll come on here and say, oh, went to Wendy's, put 424 on my card, and then at the end of, when I come home from work, I'll just make that payment. Which, is not bad. It's when you get to Saturday and Sunday, they they apparently don't do payments on the weekend. I don't know. It's the weirdest credit card system I have ever seen. I've never had this issue with any of the other ones, but I mean, at least with this, I have the cash, so I know I'm not going to spend it on anything else. But I will have to say the whole gas points thing, it makes it worth it. So even if I can't make a payment on Saturday and Sunday, I just accumulate it, and then on Monday I just make a mass payment. So I mean, in a way, it's a pain in the butt, but at the same time, it's like, whatever, I'll deal with it. Another thing that you may notice is I'm starting to put smiley faces besides all of my, if I spend. Again, I apologize, guys. I'm not really a talker, so these videos do strain my voice. But yeah, no, I started, this again was a YNAB suggestion. This is how I actually came across the app, as I was trying to figure out how to track and how to figure out your moods when you're spending. Again, since I'm an emotional spender, I felt like maybe that's what was happening in these months, and they suggested to put a mood smiley face, a mood emoticon, emoji, I guess, besides, your spending. Like, what mood were you in when you made that purchase? And we can see I was not really that happy when I had to get gas. So, and again, I'm making like more notes now, so I'm just stating, like, today I felt bored. And again, I'm noticing, like, when I'm bored, I spend. So I gotta try to yeah, not really happy about this either. I completely forgot that was on a subscription, and of course it appeared, and I was like, what the crap? Like, I don't have $40 for that thing, so I had to dig for that. Angry. So, yeah, that's how I'm figuring out, like, because I know now, like, the main time that I do spend or I'm attracted to those like sales emails and texts, or just even venturing out to the stores, is when I'm bored. So now I gotta keep myself entertained so I don't spend. And if that means going on the treadmill, that's where I'm at, because you can't really buy anything whenever you're running. So, like I said, in a weird way, it's improving my finances, and I have lost God, what is it? I know 2 for sure, maybe 3 inches off of my waist since the beginning of July. It's not really weight. The weight really hasn't went down, but yeah. So in a weird way, I'm improving my health at the same time. I don't know. I like it, guys. I like it. Um, Probably less stress too, So got that going for me. Let's see here. We've hit Tuesday, no worries. Again, just having my dining out and my other wants, because they're not needs. I don't need them, but it's just wants. It's the things that, kind of make your daily life a little bit more bearable. And just having them estimated in this app, it's helping. It's helping to reduce my anxiety. When it is time to go on and say, oh, it's break time, gotta go get something to eat, there's no more guessing of, do I have enough for this purchase? And now I can just clearly look on here and say, well, do you have it? And um, let's go back here. See, there's dining out. Yeah, yes, I do. So, it takes the guesswork out of it. There's no more wondering, what is this 158 for? Dude, what is this 158 going towards? It's all in here. As long as you enter the information in and keep it up to date, this is like the best financial sidekick you could get. And this, to me, I still do the paper version because it again lets me see day to day. It's letting me see the moods, and I don't know, this is more of like the reflection. This is where I get to see the mental part of it, where this is actually helping me keep my math the way it's supposed to, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I suck at math. It is my weakness. So this just kind of, like I said, it does it for me. By Wednesday, I'm saying I'm ahead of the game. And again, having the bills and credit cards paid ahead of time or early it's helping to take the guesswork out of how much I need to have for the upcoming weeks. So those are, like I said, I already had Chase paid for on 7/16. This is the 24th. This is when it was due. Thursday, this is one of my favorite days here. Again, I told you that this whole card, the My Perks card, it it drives me crazy because of how strict it is on when you can pay it. But at the same time, guys, I got 30 gallons of gasoline for $25. Yeah, that's a super happy face. And I only need 15 in my car, so technically I got, the next time that I need to get gas, I already have it. It's sitting in gas tanks. So that's a fill up for free because, it's already paid. So yeah, I finally accumulated enough. I felt it was a good time. I had enough time after work. The gas meter and that, everything was just right where it needed to be. And I got $2.95 off a gallon. So here in Pennsylvania, that was roughly about 80 cents a gallon. And again, like, that's going to help me out for the upcoming month because, I'm still going to put money back for gas. But at the same time, like, again, I'm not having to rely on a credit card. I have it. I have the funds. Finally. Let's see here, doing the math, which is kind of scary. So again, okay, I went on to pay my Perks card. That's the card that I am using. I'm not anti-credit card. I have tried the whole Dave Ramsey's thing, and I'm sorry, guys. There are so many benefits to credit cards that I'm not willing to like call them the devil and call them evil. The only reason why they're bad for me right now is because I'm stupid and I don't know how to use them. Okay, like that's I straight up acknowledge it. I said, oh yeah, I got a card. I'm going to charge that to it, even though I don't have the money for it. And then I just rack up all the debt. I feel it's fair. I mean, I can say it about myself from what we saw in March, April, May, and June. I just kept buying. To me, if I was really thinking about it and conscious of what I was doing, I would have said, dude, you were overspending. But even with me knowing that I was overspending, I still kept doing it. So again, that's why I don't know, guys. I'm loving this app. I cannot wait until they give me a link that I could share this thing with you. I have to wait until August 8th, but I mean, it hasn't even been a full 30 days. They do let you try it out for free for 30 days. I do highly recommend starting at the beginning of the month. I think that that's what helped me be really successful with it. But I mean, I'm sold. I want this. I want this app for the upcoming year, and I'll probably use this app for the rest of my life, or until it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, okay. So getting back to this, again, I'm trying to pay this stupid card. Trying to make it, which is why this isn't checked off yet. But I mean, technically, it's already paid because we could see I have the funds sitting waiting for it to go. But yeah, I couldn't understand why the balance was so low, which I've never had this problem with paying a credit card. Normally, I mean, come on, guys, think about it. You're paying off the credit card. The amount is normally higher than what you thought you owed. And, you know, like interest or something, or you got like a fee and you didn't know about it, something like that. So this was the first time where I'm like, come on, dude, I got the $82. I'm ready to pay it. I want this thing off of the card. And it's showing that I only have like 60 some dollars that I owe. So, of course, you can't make an $82 payment. I already have it written in the book. So it's like, come on, man. Like, can I just pay the 80 some? So I started scrolling through the transactions on the card because I'm like, maybe I did pay this, and I kept going through, and I'm like, I'm not seeing I written it anywhere, but at the same time, maybe I paid it and I just forgot to write it down. And yeah, it turns out that I forgot about the perks reward. That on your first statement, they give you a $50 reward for having their card. So I was like, well, cool, because I mean, technically, since I've started using it, I've paid off everything that I put on it, and this is the only thing because I was waiting until I got paid to pay this because you know it was 132 for Birch Flea Meds, and yeah, so what really happened, I guess I'm rambling about this here, is yeah, I kept trying to pay the perks card and I couldn't understand why the balance was so low, and it's again just let me pay the stupid bill. So Bert's flea meds were 132. Again, this was his appointment back on the 8th. They did give me a reimbursement through his insurance that was 75. Again, I was just trying to wait until I got the $82, you know, because I was like, okay, 75, take 82 out of my money, pay the 132 off all at once. Yeah, so they give me a perks rewards also, so that's another $50 off. And it turns out, which I mean, I was so cranky about this. I was so cranky about it being 132 because I was like, dude, you should have just yeah, see, not happy, but he needs it. I mean, the poor little sucker was getting bit by fleas, and and so yeah, I mean, it was one of the reasons why I had to use the card. Did I have $132 sitting aside? No. Is it enough for him to have a whole year's worth of flea medication now? Yes. So, when I look at it that way, that it really only cost me $7. um, yeah. Which, okay, maybe that's why I can't pay the 82 on it. Because it is only $7. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. As I told you, my math is not the best. Okay, so there's 132. Okay, that's where it's coming from. Okay, because they gave me, let's see, that 75 from his insurance. They've already credited the 50, so I need the 7 plus the 7. That's the 82 right there. All right, whew. Got a little scared there. I was like, maybe that's why I can't pay. No, I still owe $82. I told you that my math skills are not the best, guys. They're not. This is why I write everything down and I double check, double check, double check. And now we know why I'm in credit card debt like I am. So yeah, that was the big thing that happened on Friday. I'm sorry that took forever to to get that stated. Let's see here, but we could sit and say like, so far, like, I'm happy, guys. I'm happy. It is definitely taking the whole stress out of the spending and trying to keep track of all of this. It's taking all of that away. Again, since I knew that all of my bills were safe on this for August, that I was like, okay, now it's time to start thinking about like paying things forward, and we got to start taking care of those purchases that I made back in here that weren't really the best purchases. So, like I said, I'm more confident with my finances with this app. I went ahead and paid off 2 previous purchases. Those would have been my undies that I absolutely just had to have, guys. I couldn't live without them. Yeah, I definitely could have lived without them, guys. I got a whole drawer. I did not need them, but again, it's one of those purchases that you make where you're just like, I was bored. I was very bored. I was bored and angry, actually. So yeah, that's paid. That's done with. I also paid off Bill's his Father's Day candles. So that's why, if you are keeping track of what's on my wine app here, that's why we see that I spent $32.65 from the Bath and Body Works candle stash. Did I buy candles this month? No. Does that take 30 some dollars out of my $100 that I get in September? Because I'm trying to put back $30 a month for it. Again, that way, so that like every season I could go in and get candles if I really want them. So it just means that I have less money to spend in September on candles. But I mean, hey, it needed paid. It needed paid off, so I got that taken care of. And instead of just waiting until closer to the end of the month, I figured, you know what, you got the funds. Like I have the rent funds. Ray has the rent funds. We just put them together, so rent's taken care of. So I don't even have to think about that. And this is also the day that I finally cracked into PayPal and was able to make a transfer to the 0% offer. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to do a balance transfer through PayPal. They make it so difficult. They try to hide your account number. And I'm not just talking like where they do like all the little X's and then, you only see the last 4 digits. I get that. I get why they do that because of the electronical versions and that. But PayPal really does try to hide your 16-digit account number because you have to have it to transfer. There's tons of things on Reddit of people complaining where they've even called in and tried to get their account number and they told them that they couldn't give it to them and they have to mail it to you, but to get it mailed to you it's like a $5 service fee or something. And I don't know, I'm into this like whole chat GPT thing at the moment. So I asked chat GPT, I was like, hey dude, can you tell me, I really need this? Can you give me instructions on this? And it made a really great, it gave me really great advice because it was like, yeah, they got a chat assistant on PayPal. So basically, the chat AI told me to contact chat AI on PayPal and see if they could help me instead of talking to a real person. And lo and behold, PayPal's chat assistant just gave it right out. I did have to do like a verification code. It sent it to me. I had to do one through an email and one through the text message. But once I verified that it was me and I clicked on the links, it was like, bam, there's your account number. And I was like, wow, thank you. And there we go. Now we just gotta wait and see if it does transfer over and how long it's gonna take. And that gets us to today, guys. So, again, like, I know it's showing dots, but I mean, I got the funds. I got the funds, guys. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for one. I still need Hulu to appear on the account. I pretty much know it's 1165, but I mean, I got the funds. It's right there. Again, I'm waiting on the card. I've I've never been in this situation before, and it feels weird. I've always had the payment due, and I didn't have the funds, and I'm trying to figure out where to get the funds from. Um, yeah, it's in reverse now. I know I need to pay it, but the card's like, nope, it's not Monday yet. You can't pay. And I'm like, but I have the money, and it's saying I can't pay. And I'm like, but take the money. Um, I've it's kind of comical. I've never been in this situation before, so I'm waiting for that to come across on the feed tomorrow. I should be able to make the payment for Netflix, the payment for Hulu, and of course, the payment for the flea match. Just please, just let me make the payment. That's all I want to do. And of course, yeah, I could check off the Focus account because I did pay it. Trying to find my pen, guys. I'm surrounded by pens right now. Just not the pen that I want. But I was also, like I said, able to pay off Chase. So paid off Chase. And I know it does say with the rent funds, which if you would have asked me 4 weeks ago if I would have done that, and I would have told you no, there's no way that I will ever do that. Guys, I have my rent, I pretty much have the funds for all my rent up until December. I used to have it till December. How about that? So we can see right there, that's August rent. We could go into, so here's rent for October. We have it, let's see here, it's very angry on this one. So basically I'm funded for rent up until November. I did have to take a little bit more out because that's why it's showing me that. So yeah, I'm gonna need $200 some more to cover December. So, which I know you're like, why are you showing me December stuff? Because we're going into August, and like, I wanted to pay off Chase. I want to move on to the next card. And to me, I sat and thought about it, and I was like, why am I going to take away my possibility of being able to pay this with cash, not saving up for my taxes for next year, not having funds to pay for a new car. I've been wanting a new car for a long time now. And just because I have these funds put aside for those things doesn't mean that I have to spend them for them. You never know. We may come up into December and I'll find out that, oh man, I wasn't able to save up the $200, which I should be, but I wasn't able to put back $200 for rent. So I can easily take from these funds. So why am I killing these little dreams here? And then paying more per interest too. Like, that was the other thing. Like, woo, I think I make like $10 on interest in my savings account, where this is $60 charged to be an interest because it's, I owe it. So I don't know. That's how I mathed it out. I just figured, you know what, you got the funds. It's not like I'm going on like a super spending spree. I'm saving my future self money. So yeah, we just, that's how I paid it. That's how it's gone. And like I said, we moved the other one on to a 0% offer. And again, guys, with how this is going here, I'm definitely feeling way more confident in my ability to get this stuff. paid off like I'm supposed to. So this August coming up here, and I mean, it looks the same. I do keep bills. Like we can see Gazelle. I haven't owed on Gazelle since like last February. Not this February, but last year's February. I do keep those on here just as a friendly. It's a friendly reminder of like, hey, you used to have these bills, so I don't know, it's like a weird little motivation thing for me to see of like, hey, look at how many of these you can have X'd off if you continue paying them off. So let's try to find, and again, I do mark them. So like I already went ahead and paid this in July, so I don't have to worry about paying it here. But it's going to be August 4th by the next time I come on here for my next review. And like I said, guys, every week that I use this, it just gets better and better. So I can't wait to see what we do here in this upcoming week. So I'm gonna apologize for this video being long, guys. I feel like they're getting longer, but at the same time, there's so many good things like starting to happen. So I'm sorry if I ramble. If you stuck with me this long here, I do greatly appreciate it. I hope that you find enjoyment in my weekly reviews here. And again, I'm gonna close out, guys. I think this is a great time to close out. And again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate the comments, the views, and the likes. And if you want to see more of my weekly budget reviews, remember to hit that like and subscribe button.